Hello and welcome to my first unboxing video. I got a booster box a while ago and I sold some cards to free roll into another booster box. So I'm going to open this booster box and see what we get and see if we can go into another booster box. I guess it's called playing the booster box game. I got to figure out how to get it open first. So let's get some scissors. I'll just take it and open it up real quick and see what we get. Probably just look at the uncommons and rares. Most people probably already know the commons, so. Is everybody liking Fate Reforged so far? I'm enjoying it. I think there's a lot of good cards in there. I think Tassiger is probably one of the best cards out of this set. So, let's get started here. Try to get this where I can see. My camera's not the best, so I'll just go through and show the uncommons and then the rares. Keep wanting the rares to be commons, apparently. Lotus Eye Mystics, Rite of Undoing, Pilgrim of the Fires, and our rare is Frontier Siege. Apparently Frontier Siege is getting a lot of talk lately about being playable. I don't know if it is or not. I haven't played it myself, but I can see it as being a playable card. Grave Strength, Pilgrim of the Fires, our last uncommon is Light Form, and our rare is Sandstep Mastodon. Boo. I mean, it's good and limited, but yeah, as far as for a rare goes, it's not really what we're looking for. Obviously, we're looking for Tassiger. Ugin would be cool. Tassiger is probably one of my favorite cards out of the set. I really enjoy that card a lot. I also like Torrent Elemental. I think the fact that you can use Delve and exile it and then bring it back into play from exile is pretty nifty. Lotus Eye Mystics, Ruthless Instincts. I think that's only my second one of these. Fascination and a rare. Sealamgar, the Drifting Death. I like this dragon a lot. He's pretty cool. I think he's definitely playable. I don't know if he's going to be playable before Theros rotates out or Khans, because I think Pearl Lake Ancient kind of fits that spot a little better in a blue-black control deck. But I definitely think he's playable. He's definitely good and limited. And we don't know what dragons a Tarkir could bring, so he could get more playable with dragons. Can't wait for spoiler season for dragons. Not exactly 100% sure when that starts up, but I'm looking forward to it. Mind Scour Dragon, Neutralizing Blast, Cash Defenses, and our rare, Mastery of the Unseen. I've seen somebody play this in a deck. They were trying to do some janky stuff with Mastery of the Unseen, and Manifest and Morph. Didn't quite work the way they wanted it, I don't think, but I think there could be some interesting possibilities there. We have Noxious Dragon, Fascination, Shifting Loyalties in our rare. Mardu Strike Leader. This definitely is a good playable card. I can see it in a Black-White Warriors deck for sure, and definitely in limited playable. Anything that gives you token extra creatures is pretty nice. And we have a foil Goblin Heel Cutter. So we have a foil common to go with our other cards. This is my first time making a video like this, so you have to forgive the bad camera work. I'm not really used to it. I'm just using my old webcam. I don't have a professional setup or anything. I just figured I'd give it a shot and see if anybody liked it. If you do like this video, feel free to hit like or subscribe. I probably won't be able to do one a week yet, but I'm going to try to definitely get some videos up. Grave Strength, Mind Scour Dragon, Friendly Fire in the rare, Dagatar the Adamant. I don't think this guy is quite as good as he should be. I mean, I definitely see some potential combo play with him, with shifting your opponent's tokens onto your creatures and stuff like that, but I don't think he's quite there yet. I think there's just in your four drop slot, there's better cards you could be playing. Fruit of the First Street, Ugin's Construct, Battle Brawler in our rare, Scroll of the Masters. Oh, I do not like this card. I've tried to like it, I just cannot like this card. I think this is about the 11 billionth one I've opened. It's just, I don't know, I don't like the card. It's just kind of in there. I guess maybe if you made some sort of weird counter-only commander deck, it could be playable, but I'm definitely not a fan of it. Teamer War Sabretooth, Cloud Form, Wandering Champion, and a rare, Wild Call. It's another manifest card. X+1/+1 counters. If you can control what you manifest, I could see that as being good. With like being able to reveal and then look and then choose and then manifest and flip something up with an obscene amount of counters on it could be interesting. I guess it could be a late game trick. Again, in the token form deck, it could be interesting by having all those counters and then moving them with Dagatar and stuff like that. But it'd be more, I think, commander playable than really standard playable. Dragonfire, Bloodfire Enforcers, Teamer Sabretooth, a rare, Flame Rush Rider. That's not a bad card. It definitely has potential. I think it's pretty good and limited. Haven't opened anything really super spicy yet. Hopefully we will. I mean, I'd like to see, again, Tassiger. I'd love to see an Ugin. Torn Elemental. Stuff like that. A Monastery Mentor would be cool, too. So what's your favorite color when you play Magic? I mean, most people play different colors. But some people like have a preference to a color. I've always been partial to black myself. Wardscale Dragon, Goblin Boomkeg, Quarcy High Priest, and a rare, Crux of Fate. Now there's a card. I definitely like that card. That's definitely a good card. Just a black board wipe when you choose dragons or non-dragons. It's definitely a good card. It is definitely a good card. We like that card a lot. Or I like that card a lot. You guys might not agree. Closest thing we have to a Damnation reprint so far. Hopefully they reprint Damnation, but I'm not going to hold my breath just yet. Battle Brawler, Hero's Blade, Asheron Warbeast, a rare, Drumaka the Internal, Green White Dragon. He's pretty cool. Definitely a good limited bomb. At 5, I guess he could be played in a standard sort of deck. I haven't really seen it done yet. I haven't really focused on him much to try to do it myself. But I guess I could see him as a finisher in some sort of standard deck. I think there's better things out there though for standard. But yeah, he's definitely, I think, first pickable and limited if you were to open him for a bomb. Ugin's Construct, Wild Slash, Sage's Reverie, a rare, Palisage. This is an interesting card. All these sieges are kind of interesting. Being able to return creatures from your graveyard is definitely interesting. The dragon part could definitely be interesting, especially like in a commander game or something. I definitely wouldn't mind throwing one in a commander deck. We did get a foil. It's a Thornwood Falls. We're hoping for a foil rare. How about a foil Ugin? How great would that be? I mean, that would just be awesome. That'd make my day, a foil Ugin. I have not opened a foil Ugin. I usually do not have very good luck on the rare foils at all. Honor's Reward, Hungering Yeti, Goblin Boonkeg, a rare Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. There we go. That's awesome. We like to see that. Oh, and we have a foil Break Through the Lines. Ugin is an interesting planeswalker. Honestly, I don't think it replaces Karn in Tron, but I definitely think there could be some modern play for it. Its price really hasn't dropped all that much. It's been hovering about the same. I definitely would like to try to build around this at some point in time. I don't know if I will get to, but I would definitely like to try it. Now, can we open a foil Ugin to go with it? Can we have a double Ugin booster box? How sweet would that be? Odds are it won't happen. But yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. Fruit of the First Tree, Valor Stance, Winds of the Qual Sisma, and a rare Jeskai Infiltrator. He's interesting. I could see him getting some play, but he's just not high on my list to play. Me personally, I'm not really a Jeskai fan. There's lots of good plays to be done with Jeskai. Obviously, it's obviously a stupid, ridiculous deck when put together correctly. I'm just never really been a fan of it. It's more of a play style preference, I think. Hungering Yeti, Frostwalker, Dragon Rage, and a rare Soul Flare. This gives me like 5 of this guy. I like this guy. I don't know if he sees any play for a while, but I do like him. And we have a rare foil, Mardu Strike Leader. So that's a nice little foil. He's seeing a little bit of play, so that foil could be nice. We have not opened a fetch yet. I'm hoping to open a couple fetch lands. And anything I've opened with Konzatar Kier or with this, I have yet to open a Flooded Strand. I would love to open a Flooded Strand. I've opened like 6 Polluted Deltas. I've opened a couple of the Bloodstained Mires. I've opened a playset of Windswept Heaths. About 3, not Rugged Highlands. Oh, I can't remember the red-green one. Wooded Foothills. I've opened a few Wooded Foothills. I've not opened a Flooded Strand. I would love to see a Flooded Strand. Diplomacy of Waste. Jeskai Barricade. This, I think, is a nice Jeskai card if you're trying to play a blue-white control. Rage Form. And a rare Arc Bond. I believe this is my first Arc Bond. Oh, speak of the devil. Look at that. Flooded Strand. Awesome. There's our first fetch land, and it is a Flooded Strand. That's the first one I have opened. That's awesome. And that's awesome. That's the first one I have opened. I've been wanting to open one of those or get a Flooded Strand for a while now, and I finally got one. I was going to take the local game shop I have. It's a small shop. It's in a place called Allen, Oklahoma. Most people won't know where that is, but there's a few players that get together and play, and I was going to take up my extras and see if I could trade them into a play set of Flooded Strand, so I had a full play set of fetch lands. But since I got one, that means I only have to do it for 3 now, huh? Merciless Executioner. Fearsome Awakening. Couldn't read that card. Cash Defenses. And a rare Monastery Mentor. There we go. That's nice. That's a good card. This card is ridiculous. I haven't seen it see any modern play yet, but it's definitely a thing in standard, and I definitely think it could be a thing in modern. Only time will tell on that. There's just a lot of 3-drops that fit into the tokens deck in modern. But just the ability to make 1/1 white monk creature tokens with prowess, that's just awesome. Neutralizing Blast. I hope this video comes through a whole lot better than it seems to look on my screen. Mardu Woe Reaper. Destructor Dragon and a rare Shaman of the Great Hunt. Alright, I like this guy. I don't play him. I probably won't play him, but I definitely think he's a thing. I definitely think he could be a definite good card. Definitely limited playable for sure, no doubt about it. I traded one recently to get into my 4th Tasigur. So I do have 4 Tasigurs because I am playing Tasigur. We haven't opened a Tasigur yet here. I'm hoping we do. Let's beat this pack up a bit. Maybe we'll open one. And I definitely like Tasigur. He's definitely a thing. We've opened quite a few Mythics, so we may not see a Storm Elemental, which I would love to see, but or a Torrent Elemental. Yeah, Torrent. I don't know what I'm thinking about Storm. Probably thinking about Storm and playing Storm. That's probably what I'm doing. So that'd really tick my wife off. Play a Storm deck against her. Sib-Sig Muck Draggers. Asban Kingard. And Vault Breaker and a rare Outpost Siege. So there's 2 of our sieges. So we have opened 2 of the sieges out of the 5. So we just need to open a Citadel. No, we opened 3. We opened Palace Siege as well. So we just need Monastery Siege and Citadel Siege to open them all. Obviously, they're not, high dollar cards. I think they're fun to play, especially like casual. If you're playing casually with somebody, I think they could definitely be fun to play. I think they could be fun in Commander. I'm not a huge Commander player, but I do play it occasionally. I usually get people mad at me because I like doing janking things in Commander. I love, doing odd things like playing the Black Commander deck. The Commander 2014 Black deck is by far one of my favorites. Throwing away a few of these empty packs here because it's trying to flow into the shot here. So, and doing things like entwining Promise for Power and then sacking it to the emblem for Obnixilis the Fallen. Or no, Black Oath. Anyway, Obnixilis and drawing 5 cards. It's just awesome. Misfire Adept, Elite Scale Guard, Dark Deal, and a rare Wild Call. Another Wild Call. Not the best rare, but you know, we'll take what we can get. So far, it looks like I won't be able to free roll into another booster pack. Ugin and Monastery Mentor is the 2 biggest cards. The Flooded Strand, but I'm kind of wanting to keep the Flooded Strand. Just don't tell my wife. And but so far not huge, but we definitely got some things. We're liking it so far. We're getting close to being done with the pack, and go from there, and we'll see how we do. Sage's Reverie, Hero's Blade, Light Form, and a rare Ojutai, Soul of Winter. So this is only our 2nd rare dragon, so that's interesting that we only have 2 rare dragons so far. Well, unless we count Ugin, but really he's a planeswalker. Let's not count him as a dragon. Ojutai is cool, definitely a blue-white thing. Can definitely keep some stuff tapped down. He's definitely obviously a limited bomb. Any of the dragons are a limited bomb, I mean, for real. I mean, you pull a dragon in your Fate Reforged pack in your draft, you're you know, I don't know if you're slamming him. I don't know if he's a windmill slam keep, but he's definitely a big bomb you will definitely be thinking about keeping for sure, if not just outright keeping him. Honor's Reward, Friendly Fire, Sibsig Muck Draggers, and a rare Shamanic Revelation. Now, in the pre-release event, I played this card, and I did have 2 Power 4 creatures out, so I gained 8 life and had 5 creatures total and drew 5 cards. It was obscene. I don't think it's gonna see standard play, and I know it won't see modern. Obviously, anything over a 3 casting cost is, you know, hard to make it into modern. But for limited, it definitely can see some play. It can do some stuff, and who doesn't love card draw? I mean, just value. I love card draw. Anything that lets me draw cards is just epic win in my book. In fact, if my wife would just let me draw my whole deck into my hand, I might even concede to her and just let her win. Diplomacy of Waste, Reality Shift. I'm lying, of course, but don't tell her that. Sudden Reclamation, and a rare Archfiend of Depravity. This gives me a full play set, including a foil. He's an interesting card. I haven't really looked at him a lot to work with him yet, but he's definitely cool. I love demons. I just kind of collect demons. I do plan on making a demonic commander deck just so I have demons and just do demons at the yin yang. Bring in the Obnixilis Planeswalker and create demon tokens and do all sorts of janky things with demons. Demonic hordes, just all sorts of fun demon things. Humble Defector, Rite of Undoing, Cloud Form, and a rare Mob Rule. I have not really played this card or looked at it much. Choose 1, gain control of all creatures power 4 or greater until end of turn. Untap those creatures, they gain haste, and then it does the same thing for 3 or less. So basically it's an act of treason, and you choose whether you want the big ones or low ones. So that could be interesting for sure. Definitely would be a nice well, it's only a sorcery, but it'd be a nice combat trick for limited for sure. Of course, hopefully if you have 6 mana to do it, you've got a few big fatties you can put into play and be pounding them into oblivion with. Apparently my opening is very slow, so I have obviously not cracked enough packs yet. Reality Shift, Fearsome Awakening, Noxious Dragon, another limited bomb obviously, and a rare, Rally of the Ancestors. This is an odd card. I definitely think it's playable, but I think it would be another one of those you really have to build around it, and even then I don't think it's going to be super playable. But if you can build around it, I could see it being playable, and definitely, you know, probably has the a surprise factor on it for sure. Winds of Quilcisma, Ward Scale Dragon, Humble Defector, and our rare Shu Yun the Silent Tempest. He's a cool little guy for sure. I think you can build around him. He hasn't seen a whole lot of play yet that I've noticed. There's been talk about him in Tiny Leaders, which I guess could be interesting. I've not really played the format, so I'm not 100% sure on that. But he definitely could definitely see some play. And we still don't know what's coming out in Dragons, so it could definitely be interesting. Being able to gain double strike is kind of nice, I think. It's definitely an interesting combat trick, especially since it would only cost, you know, 2 Boros hybrid mana. But we'll have to see. I definitely think he's a card that could go up later on after Theros rotates out. But at this time, I'm not so sure he's really there yet. Everybody will probably disagree with me and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's alright. Mardu Shadow Spear. Love this guy. Loved him when he was a pulse tracker. He's just awesome. Karsi High Priest, Sudden Reclamation on a rare, Monastery Siege. So now we just need Citadel Siege. Still only have 1 fetch land. Really hoping we pull 2. 2 would just be awesome. Sorry about my coughing here. I've kind of got a parched throat. Probably need to drink a drink, but I'll do that real quick. There we go. Hopefully that'll help. It's not beer. Sorry. Wish it was beer, but, you know, not this time. Mind Scour Dragon, Friendly Fire, Pyrotechnics, and a rare Temur War Shaman. He lets you manifest the top card of your library. He definitely could be interesting for sure. I haven't played him yet really, but he could be interesting. We've only pulled 4 foils. I don't know if that's average or not, but we only pulled 1 rare foil. Usually it seems like the other box I opened had 2 rare foils in it, so hopefully we have another foil rare. Hopefully it's Ugin. Or Monastery Minor, that'd be really cool. I doubt it. It seems like we've pulled a good chunk of mythics already. But we'll see. We'll count over. I'll organize and we'll count over our mythics and our rares. And see what we have here. Yes, my wife will probably steal a few of these cards. Shockmaw Dragon, Huge Stone Retainers, Renowned Weaponsmith, and our rare Flamewake Phoenix. I like this guy. I want to play this guy. I haven't played him yet, but I definitely want to play him. He's cool. Can make it with the other Phoenix, Ashclad Phoenix, and just sit there and make a bunch of Phoenixes and just keep returning them. It could be fun. Obviously, that would be as a casual thing and not, you know, anything serious. I like to do fun stuff occasionally. Magic's always about having fun. I mean, if you're not having fun, you shouldn't play the game. Obviously, I like playing standard. I like being competitive as well, and playing competitive decks. There's a Grand Prix here in September in Oklahoma that I wish to go to and probably will go to, and plan on playing in it and hopefully do well. But I do like playing casually as well and making stupid decks and stuff. Valorous Stance, Orc Sure Shot, Ruthless Instincts, a rare Kulagon, the Storm's Fury. This is a cool looking dragon. I like him. Again, a limited bomb. He's fun. Four-winged dragon. You know, what else can you say? Again, if you like this video and would, I guess, like to see more like it, please feel free to like the video. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I plan on doing more of these openings. I'm just getting started out, so right now it probably won't be at a once a week rate like I would like. But we'll see what we can do and just build it from there. This is me starting out with trying to make a video channel, and we'll see how it goes. Channel Harm, Meringue River Prowler. This guy did a ton of work for me at the pre-release. I do like him. Break Through the Line and our rare Dagatar. So there's our second Dagatar. And again, I think he's definitely kind of cool. I definitely think you can build around him. We'll have to wait till Black White Warriors to use him for Theros to rotate out, probably. But I definitely think he could be playable. Maybe not in a top tier super standard deck. I think he's definitely standard playable to be competitive. I mean, if you play well and do everything correctly, you don't have to have a top tier deck to just blow out your local F&M. You can play some fun stuff and still be competitive. I realize the object is to win packs, and that's what everybody wants to do, but of course the High Priest, Battlefront Crew Shock, Wild Slash, and our rare Sage Eye Avengers. Oh, and there it is, the second fetch, Windswept Teeth. Alright, I have 6 Windswept Teeth now. It's time to switch a few of those out. So, definitely liking the fetch lands. When do you think they're reprinting the Zendikar fetches? I've heard a lot of people say it's going to be in Dragons because it's going to go from a wedge to a shard. I've heard people say not until Modern Masters. What are your thoughts? I mean, when do you think they'll see reprint? Or if they'll see reprint? I think they will, because fetch lands are just too good. But I think they will. I'm not sure it'll be in Dragons. I definitely think it's possible. But it may wait until Modern Masters to reprint them. But if Dragons turns into a shard, I could definitely see them reprinted there. Vault Breaker, Destructor Dragon, Pyrotechnics, and our rare, what do we say? Come on, Tessiger. Nope, Alessia, who smiles at death. I haven't played her yet. She's cool. I definitely like her. I think she's the same person that's on the Warname Aspirant art. So the Warname Aspirant is before she gets her name, and then afterwards she becomes Alessia. That's just by looking at the art and the flavor text that happens to be on Warnamed Aspirant. It seems to look that way. And we have a foil Pressure Point. Shiny. And I'm just off of that flavor text, that's what I think. We have 3 packs left, so we're almost done. Sorry this video is so long. I'm slow. And I don't mean mentally handicapped, so no short bus jokes, please. Alright, you can make a few short bus jokes, that's fine. Abzan Beastmaster, Wandering Champion, Jeskai Barricade, and our rare, come on, Tessiger, Temporal Trespass. Alright, I have 3 of these now. I like this card. Obviously 11 mana is ridiculous. Delve is fun. I plan on making a Sidisi Commander deck. This will definitely go in my Sidisi Commander deck. Just to annoy people and hopefully do something janky with a bunch of zombies. I've already been told it's banned at the house, so I probably won't get to play it here. But yeah, definitely wanna make a Sidisi Commander deck and just Army of the Damned, Endless Ranks of the Dead, Liliana's Reaver, Grave Titan, just all sorts of ridiculous zombies that make more zombie tokens and do ridiculous stuff. You know, I accidentally peeked at the rare. I didn't mean to, so I know what it is. So, Elite Scale Guard. That I will drop. Break Through the Line. Renowned Weaponsmith. And Atarka World Render. And as you see, we got another of the gain lands, I guess you can call it. Great for fixing mana and limited. Not so great anywhere else. Our last pack. Alright, everybody. Let's see if we can get something good. We only received one full rare, so not very good on that department. Seems like we got a few mythics, though. Hopefully we'll have a Tassiger in here, because, you know, 5 Tassigers, that's what I need. Because you always have to have 5. Never mind a playset. A playset +1, that's what you always need. I'm just being silly, obviously, you know, a playset's just fine. Besides, if I had 5, the wife would take one. Battlefront Crew Shock, Meringue River Prowler, Misfire Adept, and our last rare for this opening is Soulfire Grandmaster. Excuse me. This card had a lot of hype behind it. I don't think it's going to live up to the hype. It might after Theros rotates, but as of now, it is not living up to the hype. It started at 20, it dropped to 15, it dropped to 12, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's at about 10 currently. But that's our opening, so let's look at what we got here in our mythics. We'll separate out our fetch lands too. So, if you like the opening, please feel free to like and share the channel. I'd like to try to grow it. I'd like to make this a thing and, you know, maybe get a sponsor or something. I think that would be definitely kind of cool to try to do. Like I said, it's just, you know, starting out. Got to start from the bottom. Everybody does. And, excuse me, build from there. So we'll see what we can do. Alright, have them all separated out. Our mythics. We had Ugin. Pretty. Monastery Minner. Definitely playable. Definitely a good card. Shaman of the Great Hunt. I did not get a Yasova, I noticed. Nor did I get a Tassiger. Temporal Trespass. I did get a Yasova in my other box, and I sent it off to a good friend of mine who gave me quite a few cards. So I had 2 Yasovas from the other box, and I sent them to him so he could have them because he wanted to build around them. And I hope he enjoys them. I hope he builds something really good around them. Soulfire Grandmaster. So we did get, looks like we got a good chunk of mythics. We got 5 mythics, only 1 foil rare, and then 2 fetch lands, and then plenty of good rares. Some of them good, some of them not quite as good, but definitely fun stuff to play. And I hope you like this video, and please feel free to share the video, like it, subscribe if you would like. I hope to do this again real soon, and thank you for watching.